Holler is intended for mature audiences only, so your mom is definitely invited. Sometimes controversial, always engaging. It's the podcast that lets your voice be heard. It's the podcast that shouts you out. It's time to holler. Can you dig it?
I could eat a unicorn one day through a Pop-Tart.
I like toaster strudel.
You like the jizzy part?
Yeah, I like the way it explodes.
You
in
like
my
it?
mouth. And to swallow it down. Oh my god.
Your tweets, snaps, Facebook comments, and even phone calls. Holler any way you want.
They used to give kids opiates to keep them quiet.
This is much less offensive than that.
JD, Brian, and Gracie. Holler at your boys and at your
So there are some surgeries out there that are serious. There are some that are maybe not so serious. There are some that will have you down, some that will have you up. We have a guest right now that's recovering from a surgery. He's cranky. His name is Tommy the guitarist. Tommy, why don't let's just open this up. Let's clear the air.
We're
here
just
about this
starting with that,
surgery.
huh? That's awesome. Okay. Oh man.
If you want, that is. You don't have to share details if you don't want to.
I don't care. It's fine. Unfortunately, my dad already shared all the details. He kindly posted a pic of me laying in the hospital bed and everything. You know, already for the world to see. So that's great. But no, nothing crazy. I had to get my gallbladder removed.
Now, why did your dad find it necessary to shout that out to was it more of one of those like parent moves where he's just like, look, my son's alive, I'm proving it, or
I don't know. I not trying to say like, look, I'm a nobody. Am I allowed to swear? Like, I don't.
Oh yeah, anything goes.
All right, I'm a fucking nobody, but I've been in the music industry for a long time. So I do have people, not to say higher caliber that we do work with, but my phone was obviously, I was MIA. So I guess he felt the need to make a post. I don't know. The way he worded it, hey, look, man, people care. I'm like, well, that's the thing. I don't care, but whatever. I guess I don't know.
Jesse Lawrence says, "Fuck yeah." I mean, fuck yeah to gallbladder surgery and being exploited on social media. Why not?
Yeah.
Dude, what happened? What's can you give us like the short story of like what happened with the gallbladder? Yeah, I'm hooking the story. I'm subscribed.
I thought I was having a damn heart attack. If you want the truth,
yeah.
I'm on the floor like shaking and holding my chest. It's one of the worst pains I've ever felt in my life. Thankfully my wife was there. She rushed me to the ER. By the way, shout out to Julie. She stayed by my side the whole time and suffered through me puking, shitting, everything, and just stayed by my side like the whole time.
Way to go, Julie. Well done.
Yeah. But dude, honestly, it was one of the scariest things I actually ever went through because, again, I thought I was having a damn heart attack. I couldn't feel my arms. I was freaking out. But credit where credit's due, man. The hospital really took care of me. I feel a lot better. The surgery went pretty smooth. And here I am, just a day later doing an interview podcast. So, there we go.
Yeah, and you did warn us before, like in the pregame, you're like, I might be a little bit cranky. I just had surgery, and I'm like, let's just shut the fuck up right there. We're definitely
that is, our studio does reaction videos.
Okay.
And we just got done filming one, and I got a little snappy at the end. Because this guy can be a dickhead sometimes. I got a little snappy at the end. And I'm like, I don't know if that's just post-surgery me or that's normal me because I could just be a jerk in general, I guess. But so yeah, that's why I said forgive me if I'm cranky.
What if the removal of your gallbladder also removed part of your personality and you just didn't see it coming? It's gone forever.
No, I've always been kind of a moody prick, so
I think it enhanced.
I think it just made it worse.
Yeah, nothing like a prick missing a gallbladder now. That's got to suck.
Normally he's very angelic right now.
Yeah, I also want to apologize for my voice. This is not normally what it sounds like. They had a fucking tube down my throat, and it's like completely taken my voice. So
yeah,
I have
that sounds rough.
Picked up on our interface a little bit, and that's why I sound like I smoke 10 cigarettes, and I don't have an Asian accent.
Sound like Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption.
Right.
Wait, the tube got rid of your Asian accent?
No, I'm kidding. I don't. I've never had an Asian accent.
That would be so cool, though.
It would be interesting.
Tube me again. See what I sound
So
like
if
this
you got
round.
another tube in there, would it bring it back?
That's what I was saying. Yeah, exactly. Every tube, a new adventure.
What if it gave you like an Irish accent? That would be even cooler. Like,
Listen,
yeah.
we could keep exploiting.
Oh, yeah.
We could keep exploiting this surgery, or we could probably intro the show, which is probably what we should do. Let's just stop right here. Holler Nation, we're happy to be back in our regular streaming mode. We were live on location last time you saw us. That was fun. It was exhausting. It was tiring. We just unpacked all of our equipment, and now I'm holding this goofy microphone because my microphone is still packed away from that live event. But nonetheless, this evening we've got. Let me make sure I'm saying this right, fellas. Kaiju Studios.
Mhm.
Kaiju Studios, and that's Kaiju Studios. They are in Litchfield Park, Arizona, and we like this because we're all the way in Huntington, West Virginia. So we love a good show like this where we're going West Coast to East Coast because times are different. We like mixing it up every now and then. So thank you all for joining in in your time zone to fit our schedule. We really appreciate it. Thank you again, Tommy, for joining us sans gallbladder. Pretty cool of you. We've got Anthony here as well, by the way. So Anthony, you can go ahead and say hi.
Well,
I mean, if you had any surgeries lately, I guess.
I don't think I don't think I have any excitement in my life. I didn't have anything taken out of me.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well,
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
it is
I'll have
tough.
tubes,
It's tough
it's
to
fine.
follow that. Yeah, it's tough to follow that.
Sucking on chili dog, outside taste free.
We all know that chili dogs aren't actual like hot dogs in that song, right? We know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I don't think we do.
Gracie doesn't know.
I don't know.
It's the
Not real
Tasty
hip to it, I
Freeze.
guess.
It's outside the Tasty Freeze, Gracie. It's like a slushy. It's like that. They were called chili dogs from the Tasty Freeze.
Okay.
You want to hear
I'm
it
out.
again?
Sucking on chili dog.
Gracie, just suck on the chili dogs. Hey, we got little Serge Tankian in the house.
Oh,
Look
hello,
at this.
Serge.
Look at
Oh,
this.
Hello, dog.
Yeah, Serge makes an appearance every now and then. Guys, Serge is about to be 13 years old. He's the man. He loves a good podcast.
Wow.
He is named after the lead singer of System of a Down, Little Serge Tankian.
Nice.
Just in case.
Came on here. There he is. Look at this guy. Hell of a dog right here. Hell of a dog.
Serge.
Yeah.
Serge, you're about to be 13, and my Finnegan, he's about to be 1 year old
Serge, what do you have to say?
on Tuesday.
Okay.
Oh,
I brought my corgi to the studio once
That's good.
last week, and Tommy
hey-
absolutely lost his mind.
Wait, say that again. Sorry, I missed you.
You're fine. I brought my corgi to the studio last week, and Tommy about lost his mind because he's obsessed.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Makes
Oh my
everything
God.
better.
my daughter's obsessed with corgi.
I can't stand people, but animals,
Yeah.
I'm a sucker.
And for all I know,
I love
Serge
a
might just
corgi.
stand here the entire show, which would be cool. Hey, before we get going any longer, we need to shout out our sponsor to the show. The whole power behind our show, the power that pays our bills and feeds us caffeine, and that is Camo Energy. You can find them at Camo.
Oh, I need to grab some of those.
You can find them at camo.energy. I've got a few little bottles here I could show off. I've got Berry
Oh,
Blast.
good job.
These things are 250 milligrams of caffeine. Let me try to get it in there on the camera. 250 milligrams of caffeine. No carbs, no sugar. These things are absolutely delicious. We're going to give a ton of them away on the show because that's what we like to do. So as a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and give everyone an opportunity right now to get some free Camo Energy. If any of you that are watching this live feed right now, if you share this live video to your Facebook wall, send us a DM showing us that you've shared it, and make sure you give us your shipping address. Even if you've given it to us before, we're going to ship you a 2-pack of Camo Energy just to try. So again, no carbs, no sugar, 250 milligrams of caffeine, and you don't have to slam a whole can of like Monster energy drink or any of the other energy drinks, and they taste way better than 5-Hour Energy. Okay, that's the plug. Camo.energy. We got some shout outs in Holler Nation. Susan says, I have a corgi.
Nice. They're amazing dogs.
Yes, they are.
They are cute as hell.
It's
We
gonna be fun
also
watching you do this.
Look at this. I'm wrangling. Look at
Petting
this.
your dog,
Look at Sir.
pulling up the comments. I'm
This
just
is amazing.
loving watching you struggle a little bit.
Everything one-handed. Serge usually doesn't stick around like this, but tonight he's like, "Here I am, guys. I want to be on this show." He's like, "I heard it's going to be West Coast. Let's go." We introduced something super, super cool, and I'm going to introduce it today on the streaming part for the first time here, which is called the Pole Bowl. We pulled it out on our live on location bowl, and not to make you nervous, Anthony and Tommy, but
why does it sound painful?
we've got
I'm like, bro, I already went
fish
through.
bowl. It's a fish bowl filled with random questions, and they could be about anything. So we've got those to look forward to this evening. So you guys stick around for some Pole Bowl questions. We also had a Holler poll out there, and if you guys want to get your wheels turning right now, the Holler poll was, what is your anti-bucket list? What is something you'll never do again?
Oh my God, let me go first. Oh wait, we're not doing that yet. Never mind.
I mean, it's whatever. It's fun to be excited. But we've got eyes on the show right now, so something that we like to do. Let's just kick this thing off before we even talk anymore. Let's play some Family Feud, right out of the gate for no reason. Let's just play it. Play some Family Feud
for no reason.
We'll get back to Kaiju Studios. All right, guys, it's Family Feud. So this is going to be the rules. Gracie is the judge of Family Feud. I will ask the question for you out there in the Holler Nation live audience. First one to get the number one answer scores the point. First person to get 2 points is going to win the Camo Energy 2-pack. You got to make sure if you're the winner that you DM us your mailing address, and that way we can mail it out to you. And that's really it. We're going to read the question. Gracie's going to be the judge. The score is always going to look faster on your screen at home because your internet is faster on your end. So let's let Gracie be the judge. She's fair and just, and that's why she's in this position.
And we're not answering.
And you guys,
no. But if you
guys
want
feel
some
free.
Camo, I'll send you some. I'll make Brian send it to you.
Yeah, you guys are going to win Camo Energy regardless, but feel free to make comments throughout this experience. You guys certainly don't have to sit there in silence. This is all in good fun here. Okay, so here we go. Question number one. Hold on, I want to get some more comments up here. Thomas says, "What's up, fellas? I like bulldogs."
That's my dad, of course.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah, we've heard about you. We've heard about you, Thomas. But we appreciate you for joining the show. Julie says nothing taken out. Does that mean something was put in? You know what? She stole my line right there. I was so gonna say that. The second you said about something being taken out, I was like, something being put in. Same page. Okay, here we go. First question of Family Feud. Looking for number one answer. Here we go. Name a reason you might switch banks. Name a reason you might switch banks.
Well, we have another co-host, but he's not here. So he usually asks questions. And since we're playing Family Feud out the gate, I'll just ask you some questions so we can get to know you a little earlier. So first question, did you guys play music in school? And if so, what instrument?
You want to go first?
Yes. Actually, I got a scholarship for music. I've been a guitar player pretty much my whole life. But yeah, pretty much mainly guitar.
Yeah, I sang all through high school and into college, and that was my scholarship, was madrigals. Operatic style singing.
Amazing.
That's pretty impressive.
You're beautiful.
It's beautiful, actually.
Beautiful. So beautiful.
Okay, so again, the question, name a reason you might switch banks. You guys can just shotgun blast answers in the chat. Maybe I should have said that. You can guess as many times as you want. We're just looking for the number one answer. First one to get the number one answer scores the point. Name a reason you might switch banks. Okay, my question for Anthony and Tommy. We've talked music, obviously. If we were to play like a game of basketball, who would win in a game of basketball?
I'd kick his ass.
Right now, I would win.
Well, okay, right now, but any other time, I'd wreck his shit.
I don't think so.
I think so.
As much as I'm not a sports guy, you'd be
Oh my
surprised.
God, there's gonna be a fist fight. The first fist fight live.
Soccer was more my sport, but basketball, I played around back in the day.
I had the classic neighborhood basketball hoop. We all had to share it. You know, and all the kids would go to that one, and we would all play. So I'm pretty sure I could wreck your shit.
All right, we're gonna have to make a video about that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, please do.
Maybe when I'm healed though. Like,
please do and tag us when you do. Okay, this question is for whatever reason bombing. We're getting no guesses. We do not have the number one answer. We're going to move on to the next question and hope for a better outcome here. So question number 2. So that one's done. By the way, the number one answer, name a reason you might switch banks. You guys want to guess?
Yeah, their hours suck.
Chase glitch.
Yeah, the whole money glitch with Chase right now that they're dealing with.
There's your only reason.
No, I would say people switch banks because of just interest rates.
Yeah, all good answers. The interest rates is number 2, by the way. It's a close one to number 1. Number 1 answer is fees. Just getting feed. Over the bullshits. Like, you know, you overdrafted. You owe us $70 every day until you walk into this bank and fix that.
Yep.
Yipes.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, next question. Looking for the number 1 answer. Name a terrible Mother's Day gift. Name a terrible Mother's Day gift. You guys in the chat can guess as many times as you want, by the way. Have at it.
In a row. Just spam answers. Just spam your answers. Just type as fast as you can. It's okay to do that. I promise. Okay. Well, I have another question for you. If you could collab with any musician, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh, Jesus. You go first, bro.
Chris Cornell. One of the best male vocalists of the last century. Soundgarden, Audioslave, Chris Cornell, all the way.
Did you ever see any of them live?
No, I did not.
I saw them live.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, this was fun.
Oh, no, leaving. Podcast over. Oh, thank God. I can go to bed.
Can I guess yours? Because I would say Metallica.
You're off. You're not. I mean, that would be cool, but mine would be Buckethead for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal guitar player. I was just like 10 minutes just to maybe like 0.5% of his talent will come on to me and I won't be so shit. I don't know.
Yeah, these are.
I listened to your cover. It didn't sound like shit, so.
Hey,
there
we go. Our new song's coming
Well,
out.
I had to listen to what I was going to have on the podcast, so.
New song hits Spotify September 13th.
Well, I was already going to ask that question. So, ta-da, thank you for reading my mind.
What's the name of the song that's going to drop?
Throne.
All right. Who writes the songs?
Okay. Might as well just. So we'll rehearse for an upcoming show, and randomly in the middle of our independent studio sessions when we don't have a client in, usually, he'll just think of something and then cook with it for a minute and then text me at like 11 o'clock at night. Hear me out. What if we made a song based on blank? Or like, what if it sounded like blank? And I go, all right, cook with it. Let me know what you got. And then the next day he'll send me a track. And so I'm sitting there at work listening to it. And then I just start writing the lyrics to it. And then we meet up for the session. We can usually get a track done, like one raw take at least, ready for redos. But we can usually get one track done within an hour. Like he'll make the music the night before, and then I'll come in with words. And within a week, pretty much we can have it mixed and ready to go. It's pretty
amazing,
efficient. So he makes the music side of it. I make the lyrics and sing on it.
Okay, I love it. So traditionally then the way that your brain rolls is you like to hear the music first and then you start adding lyrics to that.
Yes, 100%.
Cool. That's always my favorite question to ask musicians. I'm always fascinated of how the brain works, and it's really interesting to hear the different stories. I think that makes. I don't know what makes more sense actually. Lyrics on the page first or music. I don't know what makes more sense in my brain. I really don't.
Just speaking personally, it's music first. Has to be.
Honestly, the correct answer is none of it matters as long as it's a good hook.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's whether it's a good I don't personally believe in it unless it's a good guitar hook, music hook, or a good vocal hook. As long as you got that, the rest is just going to fall into place, really.
That's true. That's true. It can be the worst lyrics in the world, but if it hooks,
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, I actually think the common person that's like just listen to pop music, you know, probably they don't even realize like how shitty some of the lyrics even are to some of the songs they're just singing along to, because like you said, they just like the hook. That's really it.
Yep.
Tommy, do you get inspired the most at night? You say you're a night guy.
It is very, very random, very out of nowhere. I will be in the middle of a game and I will just drop everything, and be like, I'm going to go record this. Because I'm one of those people, when inspiration strikes, I have to take advantage of it. Because when it's gone, and I could care less after that.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. Listen, I'm going to ask one more Family Feud question, and then I'm going to shut this game down for the time being, because I thought we were going to play along. Let me just play the music. Maybe it'll perk the ears up again. Come on. Y'all know Dr. Dre's here for Family Feud. Come on. So let's go one more question. If someone can get this question, if someone can get the number one answer, I'm just going to mail you the camo. You can take it right here. This is like sudden death Family Feud for no reason. Here we go. Name a job a school kid might have on the weekends. Name a job a school kid might have on the weekends. By the way, the answer to that last question was a vacuum. What's a bad gift for a mom on Mother's Day? A vacuum.
A
I think my
vacuum.
mom would actually appreciate that. I think she would actually really like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, at what age do you start appreciating vacuums? Because for me, I believe it's when I hit 30 and like purchased a home. I'm like, suddenly I like vacuums now, and I'm shopping for them.
Suddenly you need a vacuum.
Nowadays, the answer
Carpet
is
all over that thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I just recently got my fiance and I, crazy enough, one of those vacuums off the TikTok shop, whatever, and we were stoked about it. So I don't know, man. That's a.
Does it work?
Honestly, it works great. We've had no problems with it. There's lots you can do with it. Yeah, I've been very happy with it.
I was
Man,
explaining.
I just haven't bit the bullet and bought anything from the TikTok shop. It stresses me out.
I've actually gotten a couple things off of it, and
yeah, so far I haven't been disappointed.
Yeah.
Can we be
All right. Well, hang on, you guys. I've got to buy something from the TikTok shop.
But listen, I want you guys to explain. I know what it is, and the reason this is interesting is because I was explaining this to a friend, and they were like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Believe it or not, and we'll probably like play this back in a couple of years and like laugh that we even like had this convo. But for those that don't know, the TikTok shop. I need you guys to explain what the TikTok shop is.
What do you mean? What it is? It's a shop. What?
So basically, the inner workings of it involve the people that post things on TikTok. We'll call them creators. If they make something, instead of going through the hassle of trying to make an eBay account or an Etsy account or whatever, they can link their own personal shop. So if someone makes a page on TikTok and they make crocheted blankets, they can just post about it with a link, and it'll automatically attach it to the TikTok shop, which in a way is kind of like Temu or Wish or like one of those
it's like
sites.
It's not the most like high end stuff yet,
but it's usually products that kids that make videos on TikTok. It's usually products that they make, and then they have the ability to send them out. It's helped. I think right now there are over 1 million people using TikTok Shop as a merchant, and then another like 10 million people using it as a customer.
Fascinating. See, this is interesting. That was a great answer, by the way. Tommy, no, not so much on your end, but me to Tommy. Hey, Tommy, what's the TikTok shop? Go fuck yourself.
Figure that out. Like,
leave him alone. He doesn't have a gallbladder.
Guy's missing a gallbladder.
Apparently, your buddy there's missing a brain. Does he can't figure that?
I love it. Yeah.
Jesus.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, well, the buddy shall not be named. I won't let them know that we said these things about them on the podcast. But no, I really was curious though about the TikTok shop. I wonder is there a percentage taken for if you
Yeah.
sell something?
Yeah, TikTok traditionally takes 50% from most creators. Like when I go live, if I get any donations, I take 50%. But with the TikTok shop, I think it's 20. Because TikTok handles all of the client customer relation side of it. So they put in their address and their credit card and everything through TikTok. And then they take their share, TikTok does, because they're handling all the customer service for you.
By the way, nobody technically got the Family Feud answer. I'm gonna just shut this game down for right now. The correct answer was mowing lawns. Your dad was close. He did say yard work. He said yard cleans, but the number one answer was mowing lawns. Duh, of course it's mowing lawns. That's what teenagers do, or did, I guess, at least.
I'm an Indian outlaw.
You had dinner.
Nobody will move until we get an answer to that.
If you wanna be my lover.
Tell him, yeah,
Did you
just
have
get a
dinner?
big pile of shit.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Tommy has no gallbladder and eats shit. Probably not good for your gallbladder diet. So
Okay, guys, the Family Feud's done. We're shutting it down for right now. It was oddly a failure. Usually Family Feud's a hit. I'm sorry that we don't like Family Feud this evening. Maybe everyone's busy watching NFL football. You guys care about NFL football? Anthony?
Not
Tom?
a bit.
Not really a live sports guy.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Let me hit a stab here. Let's talk a little bit about Kaiju Studios.
Link up at officialholler.com.
Kaiju Studios, where does the name come from, and when was it created? How long has it been a thing?
I'll let you start because it's a bit of a story.
Well, I had the studio for a very long time, probably too long. I've been producing bands locally. I also, did a lot of my writing and recording here. And, I was mainly solo guy. I just worked by myself and I actually liked it for a while, but, Andy, you want to take over the next part here?
Yeah, I mean, Tommy joined Menace Mary, and on a whim, I said, why don't I come over to the studio and we can try working on some original music? And then the more I was in the studio, the more obviously I realized that I liked it, but more importantly, the more I realized that I jive and gel really well with Tommy. And that's just not in the music making side of it. That's in general. We have shared opinions about a lot of things. And so I approached him just saying, hey, gonna go out on a whim here, but if you're interested, I'd love to partner up with you and kind of boost our social media presence and start making videos for YouTube and stuff like that. Let's really get the name out there, especially considering that our band is doing fairly well for having just started. I mean, we have some gigs coming up that are going to shape a lot of things for us in the future. So the studio producing the band, being Kaiju Studios, let's make a name for that too. And we can try to get some high-level clientele in here. And he said, that's totally fine. I suggested the name change because Tommy is a huge fan of Godzilla. And we figured with the partnership, with the new logo, might as well come a new name. And we just kind of rebranded the whole thing all at once. And yeah, that's where we're at.
I love it. Hey, how important is it for your recording as far as where you're recording it? How important is that for your vibe? And does it change your music? If you were to not record at Kaiju Studios, would it feel different? Would the record come out different?
I say yes. I'm very comfortable here. From the musician side of it.
That's actually a very interesting question. Obviously, on a technical side, the room sound will be affected, of course. The live room we have and the recording room are all room treated, properly sound treated and everything. So, it's going to sound better here. But I always think that depends on what producer you're working with too. There's a lot of bands now that want to DIY that stuff, which is fine. But I think it's always great to have that outside opinion, outside ear, and somebody that might have a little bit more experience than you have, to kind of just guide your music, put it in the right direction. So it always changes the vibe. I mean, you you can go from, you can hear like old Metallica demos,
Mm-hmm.
you know, cassette demos they have, and then you hear the final product, you're like, holy shit, that's way different. You know, a lot of that's from the producer, whether they get credit for it or not. That comes from the production side, you know. So I think to answer your question, it's just an overall yes.
Yeah, I mean, as a musician, I wouldn't mind recording in another studio, but on the technical side, as an engineer and producer, I think that we would both continue to function out of this space. Even if a band was like, oh, well, we want you to record us in our garage. Like, trust the process. There's a reason why this studio is a studio, a separate entity. It's not like it's an extra bedroom in a house. It's not like it's someone's garage that they sound treated. It's an entire separate building for a reason. And the way that he wired everything, the way that we have our mics set up, you know, there's a reason that he built it this way and a reason why we operate it this way.
And so, just to be clear, Kaiju Studios, you guys are not only recording Menace Mary, but maybe other bands that want to come in and record. You guys like help them out as well?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, this month alone, we're so booked up. I have to tell clients to, you know, move to October.
I think we have almost 6 clients this month.
Yeah, it's crazy. And one of my favorite things, or one of my flexes, I guess, is I pride myself on we work with every genre of music. Even if it's a genre we're not familiar with, we'll get familiar with it just to fit their needs.
Mm-hmm.
I do not want to put that ceiling over myself, not just as a producer, as a musician too. I want to work with different genres, different styles, because that makes it fun for me too, you know.
We just did that right before we got on here. We talked about a band that's coming in with a genre that neither of us are not necessarily familiar with, but just something that we didn't normally listen to. And we just had like a soul-searching 30-minute conversation about how we're going to tackle it tomorrow, because the client comes in tomorrow. So we're like, yeah, let's really do our research and make sure we can give them what they want for a genre that we don't necessarily regularly listen to.
Yeah, I love it. And, you know, so my brain instantly is like, I don't want to creative shame anyone. It's like a kink shame. I don't want to creative shame anyone, but can we at least get funny for a second? You don't have to name names. You have to name names. Can we talk about like the weirdest person or band? What's the weirdest experience that's come through and recorded? Like, has anyone just like paid you money to come in and just like fucking scream and like, you know, hit a trash can with a baseball bat or something?
See, that would make it fun. If they did that.
Yeah, that would. Give me I'm trying to think. Hold on. You put me on the spot.
There's one client, and I will be as vague as humanly possible, because we do pride ourselves in whoever comes in.
Sure.
As long as they're open-minded with us, you know, if they're open-minded with our process, if we are going to be open-minded with their genre or their demo that they send, then we expect respectfully that they're open-minded with our process. And one of the clients that we came in, that came into us, they had a song or two and they were like, this is our idea, this is what we want to go for. And basically once we hit the record button, we kind of just sat there speechless, not necessarily in a bad way, but it was just like, what is going on? And then more people started to come in because their friends wanted to see them record. And then more people came in, and all of a sudden we've got a very full building, and there's this crazy music playing right now that we're just like, what are we doing? Because normally, you know, a solo artist will come in, maybe with his friend on guitar. If a band comes in, it's 4 to 5 members, but they each track individually. It's a nice organized process. When there's 20 people in this building and everyone's shouting and everyone's excited about the music and we can't even comprehend what genre this is, that was probably the craziest situation that I've been in the short time that I've been a part of this.
I'm trying to think, because oh man. Oh, I got a good one. So this is way before Anthony. It's actually way before I had this place remodeled. We had a band, that came from, I think it was either Germany or Europe or somewhere. They weren't from here. Phenomenal band, actually, really good musicians. But it was just interesting because like their lifestyle was vastly different than mine. And you know, the producer I was working with at the time, you know, I could tell he was getting frustrated with some things, and I was getting irritated with some things. But I mean, the record ended up being really good. But God, just some of the cultural differences. There we go.
Yeah.
Cultural differences were very interesting.
Yeah, I could see that.
Hot Pockets.
Hey, speaking of Sega, give me your all-time favorite video game, just off the top of your head.
Dragon Ball Z's Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
That's fast. What console?
PS3, PS2.
Okay. Anthony, you're on the spot.
I can't. I play games. Half of my life is playing games for a living. So
You know what's weird? Let me lighten the load on that one for a second, because I feel strongly about this question also, which is of course why I wrote it down. And it's hard for me to just pick one, but like my brain, whenever I read the question, it doesn't mean that it's. I don't know that it necessarily means that just because you give an answer, it has to be your all-time favorite. You have to give it a number one. But like my brain just automatically got nostalgic, and I went like, I don't know how old you guys are, but how old are you guys?
I'm 33.
I'm 29.
Okay, well, I'm about to turn 40, so I'm just a little bit older, and so that means I was
Whoa,
rocking that.
baby, 40.
I'm about to get checked for glaucoma, says the eye doctor next year. That's beside the point. Anyway, my brain went Mike Tyson's Punch Out for the original Nintendo, the NES. I just grew up on that shit. Loved it.
Yeah. I mean, the first one to come to mind for me, it's got to be The Last of Us.
All right.
I mean, it technically came out 2013, and it really paved the way for a lot.
And I actually have a story for mine.
Sure.
So the reason why Budokai Tenkaichi 3 for me was I was touring with my old death metal band. I was only like 12 or 13 years old. Like I was only a kid, and we were already going on tour. So we actually got a TV for the van that we were touring in. We were all excited, and we got like a cheap PS2. And then one of the games we grabbed was that Dragon Ball game. And I remember just wasting countless hours playing that game, trying to unlock all the characters and stuff. It was a really good memory for me. I think that's why that game like kind of stuck with me. And lo and behold, it's actually one of the more popular Dragon Ball games. I'm a nerd, so.
I mean, I would say if you want to get older, Dynasty Warriors 3 was mine. That was like 2004. If you want to get older, Soul Blade, excuse me. It was the very first Soul Calibur game. It was called Soul Blade. It was
I remember that game.
Yeah, I still have it.
Nice. No, Tommy, when you were talking about unlocking things, my brain instantly went to playing the Nintendo 64. I played a game called San Francisco Rush.
Yep.
And,
oh my God, I remember that.
Bro, I was obsessed with finding all the keys. I would drive around countlessly for hours trying to unlock every key on that thing. It was crazy.
I can go on a rant all day. Games are not what it used to be. And I don't want to sound like a freaking washed up boomer, but
no.
They're really not, man.
I would put games like Pokemon Stadium up there in terms of classics that I immediately think of as a good
that game was cool, but
the first Driver game was cool.
That was sick.
Yeah.
Someone just said Pokemon Snap. I do like that game. I know it's kind of stupid because you're just taking pictures, but man, at that time to have a 3D Pokemon game,
exactly.
That was like badass, And they actually made the sounds, like the voices and stuff. It wasn't just like random digital noises.
Yeah, I still have Pokemon Go on my phone right now.
Of course you do.
Oh my God, it's on mine still too. Do I play it? Nope. But it's on there.
I do want to take this time while we're nerding out to let you guys know that I'm a retro video game collector. I have a whole room dedicated to this shit, and I own my favorite contribution is I own every single game of the Nintendo 64 collection. It's one of Nintendo's smaller collections, which is why I aimed at that one, but it's also my childhood. It's when I grew up. And so I forget exactly what that ended up as. It's like 279 games or something like that. And a few of them are just like insanely pricey now. Like after COVID and just collectors' prices just like skyrocketed. Some of them I wouldn't even be able to purchase today, but I've had these games, been collecting them since I was a kid. And so I just like lucked out. There's like a couple like Blockbuster exclusives, for example, could only rent at Blockbuster. but you know, people own them, and so I've got a couple with like Blockbuster stickers on them still, like really
Mhm.
crazy shit. I can nerd out over that all day long. Nonetheless, we will move on from video games. Sorry, Gracie.
It's funny that you brought that up because that's exactly what I'm doing right now is collecting, and I have some titles that are ridiculously priced, but they're on my shelf. They're just chilling. I mean, I play them, but yeah, it's crazy how games are so pricey nowadays.
Yeah, Julie's saying it right here. You know, the price of some of the Game Boy games now are just like totally wild.
It's on the consoles too, like the original Game
Yep.
Boy stuff, man.
Yep. Dude, okay,
Yes.
so hear me out. I want
Wait.
this is what I want. No, hold on, Gracie. This is
Oh
important.
my god.
What I want to add that I do not have in my collection. We're talking Game Boy. I want a Game Boy Color, and I want that that little fucking add-on that's like a little shitty camera. It was almost like the first web.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like you guys need that. You guys need that, and you need to like take a band photo with it. You know what I mean? Like I want to use the photo.
It literally creates. It looks like it was made on an Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah, dude. I want to use
I
that
know
photo.
what you're talking about.
I don't want a filter that makes it look like that. I want the real deal photo, shitty ass quality. I want it downloaded, and I want to use that.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You're ridiculous.
By the way,
Okay. Listen.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
By the way, what? I'm just gonna tell you, my papa had the old Nintendo gaming console that you like stuck it in the front. You stuck it in like this
That's
and
the
not at the
NES.
top.
That's the Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
we
the
played
original
Duck Hunt on it, Duck Hunt on it, and we played Mario on it.
Mhm.
That's all I got for you.
Didn't
and
that
we had a
come with
Sega.
the same cartridge? Wasn't it like a Nintendo exclusive? Like it was like Mario and then another game or something like that.
The one that I got was two.
Yeah, they're
separate,
split.
but it was all in one box. It was like the Nintendo Entertainment package.
Right, because it came with the
gun.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I've got that box, by the way, Anthony. I've got that box in my retro game room. I've got every complete inbox to all my retro games. So.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I'm a crazy collector when it comes to that. You know, fun fact, Gracie, see if you knew this. That gun that you're playing Duck Hunt with, you cannot use that like on a Today TV. You have to use it on an old style TV, an old tube TV. That thing.
Well, that's a bummer.
That's why I want to buy one off of like
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace. Just find an old tube TV at a grandma's house.
Yep, no doubt. You can find them for free on Facebook Marketplace. People are like, please come get this.
Someone there's a huge one that someone asked me if I wanted it. Like it's huge, and I should have said yes. Let me just put it in my basement so I could buy Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
The only problem is that the bigger they got back then,
With that rifle.
Yeah, insanely. It's like World Strongman competition trying to lift one of those things just to move it from like the living room to the.
I would just call you Brian. I would say, Brian, please come out and move this TV.
I
You
wish
can
I
play
lived
Duck
closer
Hunt.
to these guys because I have 2 extras in my garage. And I would just give you all one to just fuck around on. You could have it. The one that's in my retro game room is a Sony Wega. It's like the real expensive version of, you know, when they were expensive, but somebody basically gave it to me for free off Facebook Marketplace. I got really lucky. I just did a lot of searching because I was, you know, being obsessive with it. Hey, I wanted to not forget about this. This is what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get out of video games for a second. Clearly, we all love video games. We will just do it as a separate podcast, and we'll only talk video games next time.
Okay.
But we'll be in Kaiju Studios, so it will still be a Kaiju Studios thing. I didn't want to forget to shout Julie out for this. I thought this was fucking hilarious, and it just flew under the radar. We never even mentioned it. But earlier, I believe it was Tommy's dad. He posted in the chat. He said, "Did you eat dinner?" And Tommy muttered over there. I heard him. He said, "Yeah, a big pile of shit."
Oh no, okay. It's actually
listen. Julie posted a pile of shit. I made dinner.
No, hold on. There's an inside joke between my dad and the other coworker and I. My dad will come up to us when we're like mouthing off to each other. It'll be the whole like, "Hey, did you eat dinner yet?" "No, why?" "Go eat shit." And so my response now when my dad asks me, "Hey, did you have dinner yet?" I'll usually say something like, "Yeah, I already ate a pile of shit. Shut up," you know, or so they don't get to use their line. That's
well, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in trouble. That's great.
Dude,
So what it says.
I laughed at when I saw that comment come across. We just weren't in a time where I could throw it up there, but I was like, that's hilarious. Pile of shit. I made dinner. Tommy, your dad says, my favorite video games were watching Tommy kill opponents at real full contact kickboxing fights from 4 to 15. Ooh, we got kickboxing has entered the chat. He was TKO Tommy. I like that name, by the way. TKO Tommy. Hell yeah.
Thanks.
So do you still have it in you? You still have kickboxing in you?
I mean, probably not, but pissed me off enough. Maybe.
Fair. I got a good button for that.
Jeez Louise.
You make me come.
All right, guys, I'm gonna hit a stab, and we're going. Anthony, I'm just gonna keep going. You're gonna land, Anthony. We're gonna land on one eventually that you're just gonna like take it home for the rest of the night. We might go back to tears. We might go back to Tears for Fears.
There we go.
It's a great one. Anyway, I'm gonna hit a stab. We are going to reach into the pole bowl next. Let's go.
Oh, man.
Send your dick pics to Gracie at officialholler.com.
Send all
I
your
haven't
dick
had that
pics to
one in a
Gracie.
while.
That way Gracie
Please
can
don't.
post them. All right, guys, here we go.
Oh,
Let's
I'll just
shuffle
send
this
them to
thing.
Brian and JD.
Let's shuffle
Send them
this
to me,
thing up.
actually. Get real deep in there.
All right.
Go up to your elbows.
First pole bowl question. Here we go. Either one of you can answer this first. Have at it. Here we go. Would you rather fight 12 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? And why?
Can you repeat the question?
Oh man.
Would you rather fight 12 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? See, the universe knew that we were talking about ducks, and here we are.
Just because everyone would choose the first option, I'm going to choose a horse-sized duck.
No, I was gonna. Damn it.
Hell of a fight.
Look, a horse has more things on its body. that
Well,
can hurt
ducks
you.
are mainly like friendly and gentle too, so I would take my chance with just the one.
Ducks
giant
are
duck.
assholes.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Not the ones I hang out with.
I had 3 ducks at one
How
point.
often do you hang out with ducks?
Quacky Robinson, Quack Nicholson, and
Quack
Duck Norris.
Nicholson.
Oh god,
That's what I named them.
one.
I had
wanna
3 ducks
kill
within the
myself.
last 3 years, and I hated every second of it.
Oh my god.
Thank God we talked about
Hilarious.
ducks so we could get out Quack Nicholson. Didn't see that one coming.
I would take my chance with the one giant duck too.
Name Duck Norris. You gonna take Duck Norris?
I named my
think
fantasy
duck
team
was-
that one year. Dude, one giant duck. Hell of a fight that would be, you know? Hell of a it'd make it
Quacky
interesting.
Chan?
Yeah,
Oh my
Quacky
God.
Chan with my sisters.
It's like
Oh my
Quacky
God.
Chan.
I just want ducks.
The rest of the
I'm done.
podcast is just duck jokes. We've moved on from video games to ducks.
That's a good
Oh
one.
dear. This is not good.
Okay.
The stab can be send your duck pics to Gracie.
Mel Quaxon.
You're stretching. It has to sound like Jack,
Oh.
and Duck has to sound like Chuck. So, like, if you take a lot of drugs, you'll become a quackhead, like that.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I hate this.
All right.
This game is not fun anymore.
Attention, nerds. I think you're going to like this one. I've already reached into the pole bowl for the next question. Give me the best villain. This could come from a book, a comic book, or a movie. Who's the best villain?
Kid Buu from Dragon Ball Z.
Lots of Dragon Ball Z
Yeah,
love on that.
yeah. No. I'll tell you why. He literally is the only villain I know. Because most villains are like, I'm going to take over the world. I'm going to blow up the earth. He legitimately blew up the fucking earth. Like blew it up.
He actually got away with it. No, Hannibal Lecter.
All Hannibal Lecter did was eat people.
Everything about him is calculated and cool, and
My answer's better because he didn't get caught.
of course he didn't get caught. He blew up the place that would catch
There was no one. There was no one left to catch.
So what I'm saying is he made me something he couldn't do.
Oh man,
My answer's better. You're stuck.
I thought mine was pretty decent.
Get fucked.
And Harry Potter has entered the chat. Gracie's happy.
Yes. Harry Potter! Yay!
Yeah, but see, the problem with that is Voldemort got his ass kicked by a boy with a scar on his head. So
True Dad.
Does that
Right,
really
yeah.
make him a good
Feels
villain?
like what?
Yeah, villain
15 or
fail.
something?
Villain fail.
'Cause, when you say the best villain, I would think the villain that accomplished his goal, right?
Could be. Could be.
I mean, I don't know. Although Voldemort was epic.
I think Voldemort's story arc, where he was able to come back because he split his soul 7 times, is pretty impressive.
Imagine Voldemort
Oh my
riding
god.
riding in on a horse-sized duck. Now you've got a better villain already.
Stop. No more pole bowl. I have a question.
Okay, let's go.
What would one of your Horcruxes be? And go.
My what?
Horcrux.
A Horc
So
Harry
like,
Potter.
like,
You don't know about
like Voldemort's snake, the big snake that slithered around with him. It held a piece of his soul. That's a Horcrux.
Tortoise.
Spoiler, spoiler, Harry Potter. What?
Man. I would say my copy of Godzilla 2014 for the PS4.
No, you know what? Fuck you. The only reason why you bought that game is because I have it, and you were mad because I had it.
I wanted one too. I wanted it too.
That was prick.
Oh my
We
god.
once again have struck a chord. I love it.
Well, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie.
And just like that, I've already reached into the poll bowl for the next question.
Oh my god.
You have 6 minutes to live. What's the last song you're listening to?
Fuck.
The Bringer.
It's getting heavy.
I'm definitely not listening to any of our shit. Are you fucking kidding me? 6 minutes.
Oh.
You know what? Actually, 6 minutes to live. What's the last song I'm listening to? I'll tell you my fucking answer. Nothing. I want zero fucking noise. I want silence.
That's coming
Peace,
from the musician.
peace and quiet in my goddamn life. That would be great.
I would say.
Alexa said, "You have chosen the sound of silence. Enjoy your last 6 minutes."
Oh man. I would say, oh man, you know, as weird as it sounds, I would probably plug in the Skyrim soundtrack. I love it.
I don't think that's weird, actually. I feel like someone else has answered a similar question a similar way when we've talked about soundtracks. You're not the only person to say that, so that's apparently a popular answer. Which, by the way, I'm not educated enough to know, so I don't know. I don't know the soundtrack that well. Sorry.
It's amazing.
Hey Bryce, thanks for popping in the show, man. Your boy, white boy Bryce. Thanks for popping in the show.
That was really kind.
Can we talk about your weird obsession with beans for a second?
So, some of the humor that I find to be peak humor is just random, has no place in anything. And beans, like baked beans, have no place in any situation except food. And so I have a folder on my phone of just pictures of baked beans in unusual places. That's my obsession.
Oh, we can add to that. Gracie, do you know where I'm going with that, Gracie?
Yep.
We've got a tradition here in West Virginia. You guys ever heard of Mothman?
Oh,
Mothman.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, that's us.
Mothman is from right up the road from where we are sitting right now. I'm only like 30 minutes from Point Pleasant, West Virginia, which is where Mothman originates. That's where that story is. They have a statue of Mothman to commemorate him in the town center. And you can go get the picture with Mothman. The statue is fucking hilarious. He's got like a 12-pack of abs and beady red eyes. He's like made of chrome. It's hilarious, dude. But anyway, an unknown citizen for over a year now has been supplying Mothman with cans of baked beans on random occasions. And so it's gotten so far that like the town, you know, the mayor has been like, please stop giving Mothman the baked beans. Who is dropping off the beans? And it's just all a big inside joke in West Virginia. So now you guys are in on it. There you go.
Good. I will tell my wife about this tonight.
By the way, I liked Julie's answer with Red Hot Chili Peppers. I wanted to ask Julie, what is your favorite Chili Peppers album? I'm a big fan myself. Seen them live multiple times. God, I love live music. That's another thing. We just talk about music for the rest of the show. But I love Chili Peppers. My favorite is the 2-disc Stadium Arcadium. I've got it on vinyl as well. Looking at it right now as we speak. Love that shit. Hell yeah. I have already reached into the poll bowl for a new question, but I'd like to hit a button first. I feel better about it. Okay, here we go. I like this question for you guys. Have fun with this one. Name a fashion trend you don't understand.
I mean, I dress myself like a 12-year-old fucking kid, so I don't really follow any fashion trends. So Anthony, this is on you, man.
I mean, I follow homeless fashion trends. I show up in baggy pants and a sleeveless shirt most of the time with flip-flops on. I have them on right
comfy.
now. But I think the trends that I don't follow is a lot of the clothing that doesn't act as clothing. Like
What do you mean?
when you go to Target and you glance at the women's clothing section and they have shirts that are only this tall.
Yeah.
So basically, it covers the essentials and then nothing else. But that's like all of the clothing nowadays.
Right.
Even guy shirts. I'll order a medium because that's what size I am. Weird fact, but I'll order a medium shirt and it shows up and it's like you can see my belly button. Like, what happened to sizes?
Crop top.
I never grasped, and again, gonna sound like a washed up boomer. Skinny jeans. It's just.
Oh, I think they work on certain people.
You got fucking 56-year-old men wearing skinny jeans, and I just want to throw up.
That is weird.
Like the
You're
way
right, that
that's,
is weird.
oh, I got one. That fucking bullshit, the affliction shit.
Yeah, that's a
Like-
great answer. That's a great
Like
answer.
that crap. Like, you're not an MMA fighter. Why are you wearing that?
I don't know how we got there. Yeah, I don't know how we ever got there in life, but there we were, Affliction and Ed Hardy, for some fucking reason, these terrible hats and terrible shirts, and it's just the epitome of that era, dude. I don't know. It's
Yeah, they got,
creepy
like
as hell.
they got this overdone designs. I'm just like, you don't look cool, man. You're not gonna get laid. Stop.
I think for me, I actually want to tune in on this one. Even though all these questions are for you, something came to mind. I don't understand, like, the celebrities when they announce like what they're wearing, and the shit's like $12,000. What are we talking about? You know, there's like they're wearing this shirt and these pants, and you know, this was $12,000. This was $8,000. What the fuck are we talking about? Why would pants or shirts ever cost $12,000?
Yeah, I will say that's probably my biggest pet peeve. If I were
Yeah,
to
fuck that shit, man. What are we
It
doing?
is expensive clothing. I will never understand why you'll drop any over $50 for a shirt.
Julie, thanks for tuning in about the or answering my question about the Chili Peppers. By the way, hell yeah, we're both super fans. That's cool. Julie says 55-year-old men and Ed Hardy 3 sizes too small. It's because they've been wearing them, Julie, for all these years now. Now they're just now 55. They've been wearing them for 20 years.
Out of them. Maybe it's their favorite shirt.
They
and they're
won't,
just
well,
getting
because they
a little
paid
bit
so
for
much
it.
money for that fucking Ed Hardy shirt. They can't release it. They can't. Got to sell it in the yard sale.
True that. Well,
Gracie, do you want to interrupt the pole bowl before I just keep digging for more questions?
why do you dig in the pole bowl so much?
You don't have to, because it's fun. Look how much fun we're having.
Okay, yeah. But listen, let's talk about me for a second and why these boys are on this show. Because guess what? Anthony was the only content creator to ever reach back out to me, and I was so excited I could have cried about it. So thank you.
Good job. Good guy, Anthony. Good job, Anthony. We know for sure now it wasn't Tommy. It was Anthony.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it definitely would have been me.
Tommy must have been having surgery or something.
Thank God Tommy wasn't handling the social media that day. Hey, man, I love your social media. Go fuck yourself.
Sounds all right.
I would have cried. Literal tears.
Yeah, well, let's
I was
talk
so
about those
excited.
social medias. Let's plug them out. Let's get them in the chat, first of all.
Yeah,
and
okay, hang on.
let's
I'm
say
doing
them.
it. Actually, I was trying to really find Mothman with baked beans, but I just can't right yet.
What is
guys.
your all's preferred social media or your favorite? That might not even be the same question, actually. Yeah, let's talk
I
about
think
social
my
media.
favorite.
And the whole list.
I think my favorite, because I've spent the most time on it and had the most success with it, is TikTok. But Instagram is pretty up there. It pretty much does everything you want it to do.
Oh God, I gotta answer this question too.
Nah, you don't have to if you don't want to. You can just say pass. I do.
I'll pass.
Yeah, fair. I
like YouTube. I watch
YouTube's
YouTube.
good. I do like YouTube.
Love YouTube actually. Does that count as a social media thing?
Yeah. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's more of a you watch it, but I really like YouTube a lot actually.
I like TikTok because I'll be watching someone dance, and then the next video I'm learning about how nuclear fission works. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I love that. Hey, we've got all the handles, I believe, in the group chat right now.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we've
So
got
sorry.
the Instagram, we've got Menace Mary official, the TikTok, we've got I Am Banned, and it's spelled IAMBANND. Because we've got some people, by the way, that are going to tune in on Spotify when this show posts, so they might not be seeing this. They might not see the live chat. That's why we spell it all out. Menace Mary, just like it sounds. But so we've got I Am Banned, and we've also got Menace Mary Band. That's all one word. That's on TikTok. Obviously, find them on Facebook at Menace Mary, and also at Kaiju Studios. Where do
And it
people?
will all be in the description. So
It will all be in the description of the show, both on Spotify, YouTube, and of course the Facebook show that's
And
going
we
to post.
just made a YouTube channel for the studio where we post reaction videos to new musical trends. So Kaiju Studios on YouTube as well.
Very nice, very nice. As a matter of fact, let's piggyback off of that. Everyone that's in the live chat right now, if you send us a DM and you show us that you follow both Kaiju Studios and Holler on YouTube, if you follow both and just send us a screenshot, send us your mailing address, we'll mail you 2 more camo energy shots. It doesn't matter if you've already won them from earlier in the show. We will just pack your mailbox full with this shit because we love giving it out. Shout out to Camo Energy that's scrolling below on how to find it. I'm telling you, if you guys are you guys caffeine fiends at all, by the way? Either one of you?
I usually just drink Coke.
Coffee for me.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I think give one of these little energy shots a taste. You'll be pleasantly surprised. I know it sounds I know it sounds like I'm gassing them up, but they really are delicious. And I love
they are so delicious.
I love the fact that I don't have to I no longer have to drink like full cans of like energy drinks and things like that. I don't have to feel so full. I'm a caffeine fiend, man. I live off of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so next Pole Bowl question. Cooked foods that are better cold than when heated. Give me a cooked food that's better cold than when it's heated up. It's like a leftover.
But cold? Better cold?
Yeah, like a leftover that was originally cooked, but then you bring it home and now it's a leftover and you'd rather eat it cold.
This one's going to be a weird one. I kind of like pizza that way.
No, that's not weird. I think that's normal.
Really? Is that normal?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, pizza cold, man. That's good.
I would my wife would say Chinese food. I'm going to be honest. I hate leftovers with a passion.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Leftovers. So I am not good to answer this question.
Actually, the Korean people have like a dish just based off of leftovers. I'm not kidding. They call it bibimbap. They take all the leftovers and they just throw it on a pile of rice and then fry it in a pan. And it's fucking bomb, dude. I'm telling you,
dude. I'm so in on that. I'm a food fiend, and that's why I'm wearing an extra large T-shirt and Anthony's wearing a medium T-shirt because he doesn't eat the leftovers, and I'm on Team Tommy. Throw them all together. Let's fry them up.
There's some foods like the day after. It's better. I'm telling you, it's better, man. You're missing out.
That's crazy.
You suck.
I've tried leftovers a lot. I'm obviously not like a leftover virgin. I've had every form of leftovers imaginable. None of them have stood out to be better. Like I said, my wife loves leftover Chinese food. She just says that she prefers it that way. But I've tried it many times. I can't do it. Leftovers are nasty.
No, wait, hold on. No, are we talking about just leftovers like cold or
cold?
Oh, okay. Okay then. Because, dude, sometimes you can make a bomb-ass meal out of leftovers.
For sure.
Make something and it's badass.
Yeah.
I just hate leftovers in general.
Yeah,
if I were president, leftovers would be banned.
Wow. I'm not.
What about food waste?
Hey, Tommy, is this how you spell that word that you said? Because
that's yes, that is minus the 3 or 4 other P's at the end. But yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, it's basically like, a lot of Koreans will have like leftover beef or chicken and they'll just throw it in, mix it with some vegetables and some rice, and throw a little bit of soy sauce on it, fry it in a pan. It's delicious. Yeah,
that's what I do in my house.
I love this idea. I want to follow this tradition.
Yeah, try it. You can do it like American style. Just grab if you have like a leftover hamburger didn't finish, chop up the burger meat, throw in the frying pan and throw some mashed potatoes on it. I don't know, some corn. You're good to go, dude. There's a meal right there, man.
Anthony is struggling with this answer. He's out. He has opted out. Unsubscribed.
I hate everything about this conversation.
I know how I feel about 90% of our conversations.
Oh, our conversations they're not smart. Never mind. Yep.
Yeah, they're never smart.
Oh my God.
We work with bands for Christ's sake.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
Hey, what time's the first band coming over to record tomorrow, by the way?
Noon tomorrow. And actually the artist coming over tomorrow is a solo artist. New client, so I'm actually excited.
They've never been in the studio before.
And I'm also excited about this one. Not to say I get excited for every client, but I'm excited for this one because we kind of have more reins on where the song goes. I feel like he kind of has a general idea, but we get to take it and like really build it from scratch, which it's really exciting to do something like that.
Hell yeah, man. That's cool. All right, so here we go. Here we go. I love that album, by the way. That Korn album. Oh my God, I played that so many times when I was young. It's a teenager album for me. Okay, I've reached into the poll bowl. This could be our final question, unless Gracie has more. Here we go. I like this question. What's something you tried once and instantly knew it wasn't for you?
Oh, country music.
I believe that was like a fair answer for me. I was fine with that. Spaghetti. Oh yeah, that's the cold food.
Oh, gross.
Something I tried once. Feta cheese.
Stumped them.
Cannot stand feta cheese.
Are we just sticking to food?
Well, no. This could be anything.
Well, no, I'm asking as a general.
Dark Souls, the game. Hated it.
Xbox for me.
Really?
I had the original.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man.
Honestly, Super Mario Brothers. I can't stand
Really?
I can't stand that game.
Wow.
Cold spaghetti is good?
Oh,
You've been listening to the Wiggles too much. I'm out of here.
we're opting out of your cold spaghetti.
I'm out of your cold spaghetti.
I kind of dig some cold spaghetti. Wait, but Super
Like
Mario
by the Wiggles or to eat it?
Do not like Super Mario.
Do you like the Wiggles on cold spaghetti or to eat cold spaghetti?
What about like Super Smash Bros? Like,
Super Smash Brothers was good.
That's technically a Mario game.
Yeah. I just
Mario Party,
I don't
Mario Kart.
I mean, look, all I'm saying is if Super Mario came out nowadays, no one would buy it.
Bullshit.
I swear to God.
Does that pave the way for science? This is the second time you pissed me off today.
If Super Mario never existed until 2024, no one.
That is forced. We've never argued. In one day.
Oh yeah,
in one day.
Yeah.
We've argued twice.
Wow, we just brought out the worst in them. Sorry, guys.
Welcome to Holler. It's the podcast that shouts you out just for playing along. You guys are
I
welcome.
don't understand the hype behind Nintendo.
If Mario waited till Mario created the sole side-scrolling.
Well, no, I understand the importance of Super Mario, but just I don't enjoy the game at all.
The theory of Super Mario. Well, the fact is, Tommy, he tried it once and he's not going to do it again. That's really where we're at here.
I played it all the way up.
Maybe because you sucked at it. That's why
I played it all the way up to Super Mario Brothers Wii, and then I was just like, I'm done.
He's not going to eat leftovers and he's not going to play Super Mario. That's that. Let's just all be friends.
No one told you that was gonna be this way.
Oh, that's cursed.
Did you like that? Did you like that ending? I was waiting for that. Gracie, we should hop in on this question. Something that you've tried once, you're never going to try it again, because it's basically the poll question for this evening, which is your anti-bucket list, something you'd never do again. I mean, it's the same question. And so I'll start.
Oh,
you
okay,
got
let
one?
me go first. No, me.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I guess you can go because our answer will not be the same.
It will not be the same. I've got a really weird one. The thing that I will do that I've done once, I'll never do again. I went to like a lame ass summer camp when I was a kid. I got talked into going because I had a crush on a girl. Well, she was actually my girlfriend, one of my first girlfriends, and she was going to go to this summer camp. And I was like, I never had any need or reason to go to that, but I'm like, hey, the girl's going. Maybe I'll get to go like make out with her or something. I'm in summer camp. Sure, let's do it. And it was one of those ones where they had like, the girl barracks, the boy barracks, and they had all these things planned out for everybody. And basically what I learned was it was my fucking nightmare. It was a fucking nightmare experience. The theme of the camp was political and it was Republican camp. What the fuck?
No.
What the
Brian.
fuck? How did this happen? All because I wanted to make out with a girl? Come on. Never again.
That was a Mario sound, by the way.
Yeah,
oh my god.
And yes, I did make out with the girl, and no, it wasn't worth it.
LeBron James.
Gracie, you're up.
Okay, I have two. I'm sorry, you're going to hear them both.
Okay.
One, have a wedding. Never again. If Nathan and I get divorced, whatever, not having a wedding. If he dies, whatever, not having a wedding. Number two, I will never, ever, ever, ever in my life give birth to another human.
Good
That's
answer,
it.
Gracie. That's a good idea.
No more. 0 births.
Yeah.
Mostly because I don't have tubes. Tommy doesn't have a gallbladder. I ain't got no tubes. It's fine.
I feel like they're two very different things. But okay.
There's 2 different things going on.
Gallbladder, tubes, internal organs. They're the same thing. They just don't do the same thing. So there.
Okay, so
Grumpy
this is
butt.
the point. This is the point here at the very end. We do like to shout out Holler Nation for playing along, you guys, because they were good sports. They like to give us lots of answers and Facebook comments. So we asked them the same question: what's on your anti-bucket list? Something you'll never do again. And I'm just gonna blast through a few of them before we shout out your all's social medias, websites, things like that, and then we'll get the hell out of here. We still got some football game left. I know you guys don't care, but for the rest of you out there. Score right now, Green Bay 29, Philadelphia 31, 7 minutes, 50 seconds left. They're playing in Brazil, a special Friday game. Pretty cool.
Go Birds.
Okay, so anti-bucket list, we got Brittany Fury. She says, I'll never date again. Andrew Lockhart goes deep here. He says, I'll never do heroin again. And he's dead serious. He said it's been 2,547 days since I did it, and I'll never do it again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fair. Good job.
For you.
I said that's a good call, brother. Miranda says I will never go back to college. She has 2 master's degrees. She's done with that shit. Her mom says I will never go whitewater rafting again. Ruby Ray says no horses. I'm never setting on those devil worshippers ever again. No more horses for me. Matt Hutchison says eat Indian food. I love Indian food, by the way. So Nikki in North Carolina, she says she'll never go back to law school. Fuck that noise. Capo Mule, one of the mullet champions of the United States, he's in Arkansas, goes by the handle Capo Mule. He says, I'll never eat a living crawdad fresh out of the water again. And I said, can you tell us what happened here? He said, alcohol happened. And somebody else said, is there a video of this? And he said, Capo Mule says, somewhere. I do have a video of me chugging a twisted tea out of the gut of a catfish and drinking it through its mouth.
God, what the
Oh, no.
That's brutal.
Ew.
So
That's
that's just a few things that will happen. That's just a few things that will happen when you get Holler Nation involved. That's right. You heard it here first. Chugging beer out of the gut of a dead catfish.
Oh my God.
I'm cool. I'm cool with ending right there. Gracie,
On that note,
cool with calling that a night. Gracie, you got anything else before we get the hell out of here? Julie says it's
Wait,
wild.
yes, I have one more thing.
Okay,
I
let's
was doing all of this stuff. Okay. So, Anthony, I know you did some solo stuff because I was on Spotify and it recommended people whenever. Are you like, like you don't want to talk about it? Because we don't have to talk about it.
It was, I look at the few solo songs that I put out as just steps towards what I have now. This isn't the ending point. It's not like every song. We were just talking about this today. It's not like we put out a song and we're like, yep, this is it. Nice job. Like, no, every song that we put out, we want to be better. And so I'm not embarrassed by the solo stuff, but I do think that it just kind of shows the timeline.
Shit, you did better than I did. I took all my shit down, bro. I'm not kidding.
How long ago? But how long ago was your solo stuff then?
Mine or his?
Yep, both of yous.
Oh, well, his was teenagers, right?
Well, no, I released stuff all the way up until. So, long story short, before Menace Mary, I actually didn't want to do music at all. I'm still questioning it right now why I'm fucking doing this shit. But I actually gave up music for a couple of years completely. Stopped releasing stuff, stopped putting out live. I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm just going to take. So right before Menace Mary happened, I decided to take all my shit down, because I'm not, and people were all like, well, why'd you take your music down? Because I'm not doing that anymore. Like, stop, So I wasn't planning on doing this. So, but I released stuff all the way up till last year.
Yeah.
And then just deleted it all.
Yeah, the first time I ever, because I started with covers, which I feel like most singers usually start with, and the first cover I ever posted was in 2015, and a couple of my friends convinced me to release like an album of covers, and they were all acoustic. I put that out, hated it, but since then, with Fool and the song I wrote for my wife, 11/7.
Oh my God, I loved it so much. I was going to ask if that was for her.
Yeah, that was for my wife for our wedding.
Oh my God.
And then the cover of Cruel Summer, and then with the stuff that we're putting out through Menace Mary, I don't want people to listen to the older stuff, but at the same time, I want my kids to be like, oh, what did you do when you were 15? And be like, oh, I did this. And you can kind of watch the growth happen. I mean, I have a pretty large social media impression, I guess. So I'm trying to like give them something to look at and kind of see where did you come from type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
So tomorrow's your anniversary.
What's that?
Tomorrow's your anniversary?
No, November 7th is our anniversary.
Oh, 11. I don't know my months or years. I work with months.
Yeah, November 7th is when we got married.
Gracie, you
kidding.
tried
So
so
much
hard
better.
and got so
I
far.
was doing so good. I was doing so good.
You were doing so good. That was a good question. Those
Whatever.
are great answers. And we've got again all the social handles right here. We're just gonna pin it for the rest of the show here at the bottom. The Instagram, the TikTok, the Facebook. Guys, go find Menace Mary. That's the point. Go find music by Menace Mary. Do you guys have any music videos out yet?
When Throne releases on September 13th, it's coming with a music video.
Okay, fantastic. We will make sure that we're going to post that on Holler. We'll post that on our main Holler account for you. And hopefully, guys, I want to say thank you for joining us because you're all the way on the West Coast. But hopefully, you get a little bit of Holler Nation with you, get a little bit of East Coast. We're coming from a weird spot. We're in West Virginia. It's all good. So hopefully if you get a couple Menace Mary fans out of this, then it's a win.
Yeah, absolutely, and we appreciate it too. Thanks for having us on here,
dude. You guys are so welcome.
You guys are out here. Just come on. Just
that's
let
right.
me know.
You've got a bedroom to crash in if you ever tour East Coast. If Menace Mary comes through West Virginia, you've got a bedroom to crash in.
Brian offers his bedroom to everybody. I would be leery.
I've got a pool outside. I'm enticing you more. Here we go. Yep. That doesn't impress them. They're in Arizona. That's impressive in West Virginia. Okay. Yeah, they're like, so does everyone else. Guys, thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you, Holler Nation, for tuning in. Thank you, everybody that came in the Holler Nation chat that was here for both the studios and for Menace Mary and for the guys. You guys did great. This was a fun show. I love chatting video games and all things nerdy with you all, and look forward to all the content that you pull out. Tommy, we hope you feel better, man. Seriously, all jokes aside.
I'm doing fine. I'm on a speedy recovery, so.
All right. Well, get you some good dinner tomorrow. Something better than a big pile of shit. Gracie, any final words before I smash some buttons here?
Nope.
Okay,
I got nothing.
Guys, it's been real. Thank you so much for joining us on Holler. Look for this episode on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. We're out of here.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mario.
It's the most fitting sound, It's country roads, and it's also video games.
Mamma mia.
It's all Mario. Mario.
Here we go.
Mario.
Where you find
Mario.
Wow, this is great.